Greetings, blessings. Today is November 26th, and this is the JsGrassFed podcast. Welcome. I've been busy and I'm tired, so here we are, episode 17, and let's get into it. Last Sunday, 31 degrees for the low and 70% humidity. I don't have the high. And then it was first tiny hail. If you can hear like a dog barking, try to not mind that. It's not my dog. Monday the 20th, it was 38 to 40. And I don't have the high for that day. What's good, Eric? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Tonight is the JsGrassFed podcast, just doing some temperature updates from the records that I record on a daily basis. So if you want to stick around, if that seems interest to you, thanks for joining. So Tuesday last week, and we're in southern Vermont, Bennington, about zone 5A. It was 19 for the low, 70% humidity, and 38 for the high, 90% humidity. And on that same day, Tuesday the 21st, we also got our 5th snow, 6th rain, and 2nd hail slash sleet. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that acknowledgement, and it's definitely a lot of hard work, but it's a nice, valuable resource to be able to look back on as the years move forward. So the 22nd, Wednesday, last week, it was 19 again for the low, 100% humidity, and it was 45 for the high, 75%. It misted on and off all day, and we're calling that the 7th rain of the month for November. And so 7 rains, 5 snows, and 2 hails is what I have so far. And ironically, November is our driest month, and we've had 7 rains. So I could go back after I'm done with this week and let you know what the rain records have kind of been looking like. Because I remember you saying you've been in a drought where you live in Illinois, and it's just not the case over here in southern Vermont. And well, if you never thought of it, maybe this could inspire you to do so. So Thursday, 23rd, 39 for the low, and 43 for the high. So it's one day it hopped up 10 degrees from the low from the previous day. Then Friday, it was 38 for the low and 39, so it didn't go much up that day. Saturday the 25th, 24. There was actually a lower low of 15. It was sunny, blue skies, and 38-40 again Saturday. And then today, Sunday, 28, 70% humidity, and 45, 50% humidity. So we didn't go above 45 for the entire week. And our lowest that we had was 15. So that's what the third week of November looks like in southern Vermont. It's not warm, it's not sunny by any means. Said we had an inch of rain since July 1st until today. That is crazy, brother. Yeah, we've had, I'm about to tell you all the rains that we've had in the last year. Um, so let's go back to, so this is from November 2022 forward. Let's run it. Um, November 2022, 10 rains, 5 snows. December 2022, that's my dog in the back. Hey, stop. 7 rains, 6 snows. And then starting in January, 11 rains, 9 snows, 4 sleets. February, 11 snows, 10 rains, and 5 sleets. March, 14 snows, 9 rains, and 5 sleets. April, we got 15 rains. May, we got 10 rains. June, we got 18 rains. July, we got 17 rains. August, we got 17 rains. September, we got 13 rains. And October, we got 11 rains. And then now we just got 7 rains this month for November. So, throughout my records, November and May/June can be our driest months here in southern Vermont, but even in a drought year, which was last year, we still get enough rain just to like make it not a substantial terrible drought. But I did see some rivers completely dry up. So yeah, that's what it's looking like over here in southern Vermont for the weather. And I have been working hard, expanding my new farm. It's an 1/8 of an acre plot. Gonna be doing 27 different mixed vegetable crops. Yeah, it's insane, Eric. We get so much rain. Um, it's very interesting, and then to hear all these other places say they're in a drought. Yeah, it's very interesting, and yeah, but we have to adapt. We have to try to adapt to it all. So trying to one of the parts of my farm expansion project is saving seed. So I want to work on saving good amounts of saving locally adapted seed. So we can, if it rains, if it is smoky from the forest fires, we can have genetics that are adapted to the ever-changing climate, and we have to adapt. It's simple. So that's where I'm at. So gonna grow more food in 2024 than we ever have before. It says most years I pray for it to stop raining. Yeah, that's interesting as well. So it goes to show that every year is different, and that's why it's really good to keep records, because now I have records going back as far as 2019, so I can look back on 4 year. I know some people will make the argument that you need 50 years, 100 years of record keeping to actually get like a good basis on it, but I find value even being able to look back on it like 4 years um, prior, or even, hey, what was it like last year? When was the first frost and when was the last frost? The past previous years. Those things are really important. So I saved about 100 pounds of my corn seed. Is that a open pollinated variety? I saw that video you posted that you were harvesting the last of your corn and those last crops in that video. Open pollinated variety, Eric? I would assume so. But yeah, that's really cool. What do you have to worry about people oh, you've been breeding it. Do you have to worry about people spraying like Roundup Ready corn nearby where you live, or do you live in like a pretty isolated area of Illinois? Because I farm organically and I have a really good amount of buffer. There's like forest and mountain and hills, but there's a conventional orchard about a mile away. And there's a plot of Roundup Ready corn about less than a mile away. So I'm dealing with that. But there's plenty of buffer, so I don't think that there would be any. I guess I'm going with this is, do you have any experience with saving and breeding your open pollinated corn with having to protect it from outside contamination? This has changed from a podcast to a one-on-one with me and Eric Hale in Illinois. I got no response in the comment section after that last question. Plant way later than them to avoid crossing. Okay. So say around here we're planting in like late May. I should probably go like 3 weeks after that, planting like a 70 or 90-day corn. I'd still be able to get away with it and wouldn't have to worry about any cross pollination slash contamination. Well, I think this is a couple weeks later. You should be fine. Cool. Right on, Eric. Well, I appreciate you for tuning in tonight. Usually I make a graph with the temps so you can visually see. And if you're interested, if you go back to the most recent podcast, you'd be able to see one of those graphs. And I'll do it next time. But like I said, I've been kind of busy building the new farm, and it's about done and going to be ready. So in 2 months, from October 6th to December 6th, I will have created an 1/8 of an acre farm using no-till practices from scratch. So, and I have a whole bunch of videos explaining all of that if you're interested in any of that. And if you found anything of value, please spread the word. Maybe you could share to some of your community members and see if they have any interest and find any of this information and knowledge of value. And let's stay connected through the winter and the growing season. you were actually one of my first subscribers, so thank you for still showing your support. Most people don't realize how big an acre is until they work one. Yeah, I recently watched informational video about a man who farms about 3 acres, and he has about a crew of 9 people, and he said that it's about 3 men per 1 acre. So, and he said that scales down pretty well. So 1 man could farm a third of an acre by themselves. So One Love Wholeness, thank you for tuning in to Jay's Grass Fed Podcast. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one. Here's to a great, wonderful growing season of 2024. And stay tuned through the wintertime for more episodes. Peace and blessings.